Man, come on, stay down. And we welcome you to Hotel California as tonight we bring you the nightcap or the second game of the doubleheader between the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees. Didn't realize this was a second game of a doubleheader. Mike Terranova asked if I wanted to go on, and I said sure. I was a little bit late in the answer for that, so if Mikey's still awake, hopefully he'll join me. Otherwise, we'll carry on through this evening here and play the second game of this doubleheader. We'll play it differently, though. I'm going to be playing with the super advanced fielding charts. That last game we played this evening had way too many errors for my own sake. So we're going to switch over to super advanced. Still a high chance of errors for these guys, but at least I will be more comfortable giving up errors on that card, on that chart, than I would the advanced fielding chart. And we'll show you how we'll be playing a new rule again. Now, something I saw on the Mike Terranova stream earlier. So, on the mound today for the Yankees, Herb Pennock. He's a left-hander. On the mound for the Boston Red Sox will be Jack Russell. Jack Russell, the Boston Terrier, I guess. On the mound for the Bo Sox, he's a right-hander. Same lineups, but basically, Yankees will have the same one. It's going to be Combs, Koenig, Ruth, Gehrig, Lazary, Cook, Chapman, Dickey, and Pennock. For the Red Sox, Rothrock will start. He was supposed to be played by Bill Barrett today. I've got to grab him from the other chart. Otis Miller will bat second. Tom Oliver will bat third. Russ Scarlett bats fourth. Bill Regan will bat fifth. And then Boston makes the changes. Bill Sweeney will play first. Bill Narliski will still play short. Charlie Berry will catch. And Jack Boston Terrier Russell will be your pitcher for the Red Sox in this second game of a doubleheader. Let's get this done before it gets dark. We have no lights in 1930, so we better get it done so we don't get it called on us. So let's play ball from Brave Field, I was told. So this is going to be from Braves Field, second game of a doubleheader. Yankees still looking for their first win. So here's Earl Combs, the Kentucky Colonel. He'll lead off, and we're underway here in Boston. 3-11 to a righty's ground ball to first base. Combs is taking care of, and that is the first out, and Combs is easily retired, one away. Now batting will be the shortstop, Mark Koenig. Koenig will still playing today at shortstop. Here's the pitch. That's a 2-4 to a righty, and that's a single to right field. So Mark Koenig with a big base hit. He needed that one. He's been kind of struggling. So now batting for the Yankees will be the Bambino, Babe Ruth. So Ruth comes in, had a couple hits last game, struggling a bit. Yankees have played, 2 games so far? Let's see if we do have their numbers so far or not. I don't want to not find something and carry on forever on if I don't have it. I know I do, but if I don't have it right now, I'll refer to that at a later time. Let's refer to that at a later time, as they say. So Babe Ruth will bat. I'm sure the numbers are right here beside my stack with me. So Ruth bats with a runner on. We'll see if Babe can get a hold of one here. Nope, 4-11 to a lefty. And that's a fly ball left field X. This is our difference today. The left fielder is going to be Russ Scarlett. Russ Scarlett on the defense chart is going to be a 3E14. Let's see if that changes anything. That's going to be an 8. 8 on a 3 is not going to be an error, but a 15. Ooh, so we're going to use the numbers that are on there. So it's going to be a 314. So a 314 in the outfield. And let's take a look at the outfielder chart and see how we do. Give me 1 second. We'll go ahead and pull that one up. So an 8 on a 3 is not a hit. That's a deep fly ball, though. 15 on a 13, and that's going to be a 2-base error anyway. So Boston does commit an error in this first inning. Scarlett commits it. Ruth the second, and already we have second and third with one man out. Again, the errors keep coming, but it happens, I guess. Here's Gehrig. If they happen on the super advanced card, I can't argue. That's just the way they are. I don't want to normalize these guys. This is what they were in 1930. 210 for Gehrig, fly ball right field B question mark. Koenig, it's going to be a +2. The right fielder is Rothrock. He is a -1, so a +1 to Koenig's number to score. He is a 1 to 13. He'll be a 1 to 14 to score. He'll try, and he's safe. So a sacrifice fly, Mark Koenig scores, and the Yankees take a 1-0 lead. I believe that's probably the second sac fly of the year for Gehrig. So now with 2 outs, we'll bring on Tony Lazzeri, runner on second and 2 outs. Lazzeri swings 6-8, 6-8 to a righty, and that is where he wants it. Double on a 1 to 2. That is a 4. That's a single and 2 stars. That will score a run. And once again, the Yankees take an early 2-0 lead. So Tony Lazzeri with the RBI. So the Yankees up too quick here, but they've had the leads in the first 2 games this year, and they kind of blown them both. Now here is Dusty Cook. He's a right fielder today with Babe monitoring left field in this one. So here's Cook and the pitch. 2-9, ground ball, second base. And that is a play. Good play there by the second baseman, Bill Regan. New York scores twice. Second game of a doubleheader. Welcome to Hotel California. New York 2, Boston nothing. So here is Jack Rothrock. Not much of a hitter against left-handed pitching. That's probably where they do miss Bill Barrett. Let's see if I can find Bill Barrett on the game. I should be able to pull him up a lot easier. So let's pull up Barrett, and he is right there. He was a 7R. Why in the heck is he starting? Why in the heck is he starting against Herb Pennock? So we'll go ahead and pull his card up. He has absolutely nothing against Pennock on the left side. So let's go ahead and bat him there. And he is a 4 E22. Good Lord, in right field. So Pennock, here's the pitch. 4-7 to a righty. And that's a pop up to first, and that's the first out. So go ahead and we'll lower this card, and that's it for him. So we'll bring him up later on in the game. So now here is Otis Miller. Miller to swing. So Otto Miller, right-handed against the lefty Pennock. 3-5 is a ground ball to short. That's a nice play. 1 of 2 outs, and that's it. So far, the Yankee pitching holding up. And now here is Tom Oliver. Tom Oliver is the starting center fielder today. 2 outs here. Second game of a doubleheader. 5-10 to a righty, and Pennock gets away with it. That's a catch-X. There's nobody on base. So, oops, I shouldn't have picked him up. I was going to use the dice around the ground. 10, there's no error. 16, no. 16 for Dickey, and that's going to be trouble. So I think Dickey just committed an error anyway. He is an E8. So we're going to hold our breaths on an E8. E8 for Dickey. 6 on an E8. He does not commit the error. 6 and 15. So Dickey with the catch, a 10, and that'll be a pop-up to end the inning. Boston doesn't score in the first. We played 1 second game of a doubleheader. 2-0 Yanks. So the Yanks trying to win their first of the year after losing the opener to the Athletics, and then had a doubleheader here today on the first weekend of the season. It'll be Ben Chapman, Bill Dickey, and Herb Pennock. Chapman, Dickey, Pennock against pitcher Jack Russell. Here's the pitch. 3-7 to a righty. Single 1 to 19. That's a 12. Base hit Ben Chapman. So Chapman with a base hit. These are some hits they've been needing. Here is Bill Dickey, the catcher. 1 man on, no man out. Dickey to swing away. Here's the pitch. 5-5. Make sure I'm on board here. 5-5 is a pop-up to second. That is going to be the second baseman, caught by Regan and 1 away. And now here's the pitching card. Number 2 for Herb Pennock. He'll bat here. Pitcher's card. 2-5. That could be interesting. Single 1-6. That is or is that a 9? That is a 9. That will be a line out to the second baseman. So good hitting there by Herb Pennock. Just didn't go through. Here is Earl Combs. So Combs grounded a first baseman his first time up. Run first and 2 outs. Here's the pitch. 4-5 to a lefty, and that's a ground ball second base. Good play by Regan, throws them out, and the Yanks are easily out in the second. Bottom of the second coming up, 2-0 Yanks, Hotel California, as we play the nightcap of this doubleheader. Yeah, no lights, so we need to finish before it gets dark outside. So bottom two, it's gonna be Scarlett, Regan, and Sweeney. So Scarlett, Regan, and Sweeney. Here's the pitch. 4-9 for the lefty, and that is a pop out to second base. Lazari is there, makes the catch. So Herb Pennock kind of holding for it, doing well. Here is Bill Regan as Wade Hoyt and what's his name, George Pipgrass didn't look as strong in the outings. 3-11. That's a 3-11 versus a lefty, and that is going to be a fly ball right field. That's a catch for the right fielder. And that will be again Dusty Cook, 2 outs. Here is Bill Sweeney gets the start today. Sweeney and the pitch. 3-5, and that could be a base hit. It is single 2. So it's a hard hit for Bill Sweeney. So Sweeney is on. He is a stealing B. Interesting there. Think he's a -1, but we'll hold there. Here's Bill Narowski. He had 3 hits in the opener here. Here's the pitch. 6-8 to a righty on Pennock is a single 2. So now they're finding Pennock stuff. So Narlisky with another hit, first and third, 2 outs. And now the Sox will send up Charlie Berry, their catcher. Red Sox trying to get back in this, down 2-0. Boston trying to see if they can sweep the Yankees here while the Yankees trying to get their first win of the year. Here's the pitch. 3-7 for Charlie Berry is an auto triple. Holy cow. An auto triple. So that will drive home Sweeney. That will drive home Narlisky. And Charlie Berry, the catcher, has himself a triple. And this game is now 2-2. As quickly as the Yankees are ahead, the Red Sox found a way to tie this, as Charlie Berry with a triple to tie this at 2. So now the pitching card will come up. Well, again, we'll borrow this one. Here's the swing. It's going to be a 5-7 for Russell. Russell is a righty on Pennock, and that's a single 1-2. That's a 6. That's a line drive, and retires the side. But the Red Sox get 2 runs after 2 outs by a 2-run triple by the catcher. We played 2. It is 2-2. So now we go to the third. It will be Koenig, Ruth, and then Gehrig, the bat, against Jack Russell, the Boston Terrier. So here we go. I don't know if they called him that or not, but just sounds funny. 5-9. Koenig is a switchy. That's a pop up to the shortstop. That'll be the first out here in the third. So Koenig's retired. Here is the Bambino, Babe Ruth. So Ruth will bat. He reached on an error and scored. Ruth with a swing, 6-5 to a lefty. Ground ball shortstop. That is Narlisky. That's probably not going to be bueno. He isn't good. He is a 448. The 6 will be a base hit. The 11 on a 48, though. Let's see if that's an error, too. So let's look up the chart. Error on a 48 on the 11. There's no error on the 48, but a 6 should be a base hit. So 6 on a 4, and that is a single. 1-6 is a single, so a big base hit for Ruth. So Narlisky held it instead of throwing it and avoiding the error, hit in the hole, and Ruth has himself as a base hit in this ball game. Runner on first out. Here's Gehrig. He'll bat left-handed against Jack Russell. Gehrig the bat. 3-9, a walk, and Gehrig's on. This is where the Yankees kind of cause trouble. They can get guys on base and build something. Here's Lazari. He's going to have to be a big hitter on this lineup. First and second, 1 out. They don't need a double play out of him now. Russell from the stretch and the pitch. 4-4. Righties at catch X. So let's see Charlie Berry in action. First time we've seen him. He is a 2E5, so that is a 9. There's no error on an 8. So let's see if we get any other action on it. So 9, so it would be a 9 on a 2. 9 on a 2 on the catching card is a PF. So it will be a possible pass ball and foul out. So let's look up Charlie Berry's card. He is okay, they don't have T ratings back then, so we're gonna call it like they do in basic. It will be a pass ball. So Ruth will go to third, Gehrig will go to second, and then Lazari will pop up behind the plate for 2 outs. So here is Dusty Cook. So Dusty Cook, the batter. He's a big hitter in this lineup for the Yanks. Second and third, 2 outs. He's a switch hitter, bats from the left hand side, tries to get a good piece on Jack Russell. Here's the pitch. 6-8 versus a lefty is a single to right field. That is a huge base hit. That will score Ruth. Yankees take a 3-2 lead. Gehrig the third and Cook with an RBI. So Yankees get a run back here from Cook. And now here's Ben Chapman. So Chapman gets up here. He had a base hit his first time up. So Yankees get back ahead. Again, offense flowing here. It's going to be a 1-7 for Ben. That's a fly ball left field. That could be trouble. He looks up. It's gone. So Ben Chapman homers over the left field wall, and the Yankees just take a bigger lead. That is going to be a 2-run homer, 3-run homer. That knocks in Gehrig. That knocks Cook. And Ben Chapman with 3 RBIs, and the Yankees now take a 6-2 lead here in the third. So Ben Chapman goes deep, far, and gone. So here's Bill Dickey. So Dickey now the batter. So now Russell in trouble now in this 1-11, and that's a ground ball to first. Takes it himself. Side is retired. Yankees score 4. Their offense is waking up this year. It is 6-2 Yanks going to the bottom of the third inning. So now for the Sox, it will be back to the top of the lineup, and we'll switch back to the computer card for a guy who probably shouldn't be in this lineup, to be honest. Bill Barrett, again, hit most of his time versus right-handed pitching, and they got him starting against Herb Pennock here. So basically, doesn't stand a chance on his own, and he's going to need a lot of help on Pennock's card. Let's see if he gets it. He might. 4-9, and he's a righty, and he doesn't give anything to him. That's a fly ball center field. That's the first out, and that's it. So first out for Bill Barrett. So Bill Barrett is retired. So Barrett's one away, and now here is Otto Miller. Otto Miller swings here. Otto Miller, 5-6. 5-6 is a strikeout looking. So Herb Pennock gets a big strikeout, and there's 2 away. So now here is Tom Oliver. Oliver will swing. He popped up to the catcher's first time up. And a swing, 4-4 to a right-hander. And Oliver to Pennock is a fly ball, let's see. Fly ball center field, my fault. Combs, I believe, is a 2E10. So a 7 is not an error on Combs. Let's make sure he's a 3E12. So a 7 on a 3. And then an 8, there's no error. So that should be an out. I'm going to call that an out because I don't believe there is an error on that side of town for him. Or a hit, I believe. He's a 3. But I believe it's a 1, 2, 3, or 5 gets base hits versus the left-handers. Give me a second as I shuffle through charts here and find out the outfielder chart. There is the outfielder chart right there. Probably shouldn't be there. And it's a 7 on a 3. Fly ball deep left field. Makes the catch. And that is it. So Side is retired. So Oliver is out. And let's go there for 8. We now go to the top of the 4th. It is 6-2 New York. Top of the 4th. Second game of a doubleheader. Hey, what's up? What's up, dude? Welcome aboard. 1930s is an absolute beast to get. It's very expensive. The world is waiting for it to come on super advanced. The advanced set I see on Facebook, but again, you're in Canada. It's like 85, I believe, $95, and that's not bad actually, to be honest. So 1930 is a great year. It's one of the best offensive years in baseball, and that's why I like to play it. So top of the fourth, 6-2, and it'll be Pennock, Combs, and Koenig. Here is the pitch. 3-4, and that's gonna be a walk. So Pennock draws the pitcher card walk, which is weird. So he's on base first time. Yankees here in the top of the fourth inning, and it'll be back to Earl Combs again, the Kentucky Colonel, according to hardcore heaven, or be that what it was. Sorry, I got his name mixed up. Just got him in my lives recently. 5-12, fly ball left field. That's a play, and all of a sudden Combs is 0 for 3 today, struggling a little bit. And now here is Mark Koenig, a switchy, batting from the left-hand side. Here's the pitch. 4-9 for a lefty is a single at center field. So Jack Russell kind of getting pinged a bit. Found a hit down there. He is 2 runs, I believe, from fatiguing. So it's first and second and 1 out. And here's the Bambino. He can fatigue Jack Russell right now. He can put the puppy in the pound right now if he hits a bang here. So Ruth can really put Jack Russell out of his misery. And he just about did a walk to Ruth. So Ruth walks. That loads the bases. Bases loaded, 1 out for Gehrig. Yankees try to see if they can end it for Jack Russell here. Red Sox bullpen is up and going. Anyone at this point would be helpful. So here's Ruth. Here's Gehrig. 2-11 to a righty. Ground ball back to the pitcher. 1-6-3, and Gehrig ends the inning scoring nothing. Bottom of the fourth coming up. It's 6-2 Yankees. Yankees may now really want that run back now. That's a huge error for them not to get. So we go to the bottom of the fourth of a 6-2 ball game. Boston now will send up Scarlett, Regan, and Sweeney. So Russ Scarlett the bat. Scarlett against Pennock. 1-10 to a lefty, and that's a fly ball right field, and that's 1 away. The last game, Boston was hitting a lot of their own cards. This time they're finding Herb Pennock's card, and his card isn't bad, to be honest. It's playing pretty well. So here is Bill Regan. Regan the hit. 3-2 for Regan. That's a foul out to the catcher, and we could have a possible injury, but I won't be playing those today. So that's 2 outs. I'm going to have to score all these games and figure out, hopefully I can do that somehow. Here's Bill Sweeney with 2 outs. Sweeney with 2. 4-7 to a righty, and that's a pop up the first. And Herb Pennock retired the last 7, so he's doing well. We played 4. Hotel California. This is game 2 of a nightcap, or better be a day cap. There are no lights in Boston, so we better finish this before it gets dark. It is 6-2 favor of the Yanks. So Lazzeri, Cook, and Chapman, the bat for the Yanks here in the 5th. So Hotel California, second game, late cap here on my coast. So Lazzeri will swing. Yankees filling up the scorecard tonight. 3-11 is a ground ball to short, and that'll be an out. So they are giving Jack Russell some room to work. 7. Herb Pennock is a 9, so he has the ability to go the distance. Here's Dusty Cook, switch hitter, bats left-handed. 6-7 versus a lefty is a fly ball. That's a fly ball. Right field. That is Mr. Bartlett makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. Who is not good either if you had a ball hit at him either. Here is Ben Chapman. He hit the big blow, the 3-run homer, his last time up. It's the top of the 5th, right? Yeah, Chapman had the big home run his last time up. Here's the pitch. Same exact pitch to Chapman. 1-7. Home run 1-6, but that's a 20. This time will be a double, and Chapman was his second base hit. So Chapman, even though he was an idiot in real life, gets a double here. So he's been my offensive force today. And here's Gehrig. Gehrig, the left-hander. So 5-7 versus a lefty is a single to center field. Again, they pinged something on Russell's card. So first and third for 2 outs. Oh, shoot. Sorry. Let's Chapman with a double. That'll be a single. So it's first and third. So we'll go ahead and cross that off. I was putting it in the wrong side of the column here. Getting late, I guess. So now here is, the pitcher spot, unfortunately. It's going to be Herb Pennock. So Pennock will bat. Don't want to pinch hit from here. Love to have the DH, but we don't want a stinking DH. This is why 6-8 bats against a lefty, and that's going to be a single to center field for Herb Pennock. How about that? He gets the base hit and the run batted in. That will score Chapman. He scored twice today, and the Yankees now lead it by the score of 7-2. So a big RBI there. That's one way he had to get a base hit. That was on the pitcher's card. And Jack Russell looks a little bit down. Earl Combs, let's see if the Red Sox will go to somebody here. 4-9 versus a lefty, a single to right field. Holy cow. So that will load the bases. And again, they are one swing away from probably knocking him out, or is he going to go now? Let's look at the Red Sox lineup. They have right now Narlisky, Berry, and then probably it's going to be the pitching spot. They're going to let him in there just so he can survive this. Yankees lead 7-2. Bases are loaded again. Second time for Koenig. Ruth on deck. So a big opportunity. 3-10 for Koenig versus a righty's a strikeout, and the Yankees leave the bases loaded again, but they get one. It's 7-2 Yankees. We go to the bottom of the fifth inning. A lot of runners left on base. So now it's going to be Narlisky, followed by Berry, and then a pinch hitter for Jack Russell probably. He just had a little bit too much today. Here's Narlisky. He's had a good game today. 1-7, and that is going to be a ground ball to third. That's the first out. And I mean, Herb Pennock has just shut down the Red Sox here in game 2. Here's Charlie Berry, right-handed hitter. Playing a little fast here, which is nice always. 5-6 for Berry versus Pennock is a strikeout looking for the second out. So now Jack Russell will come up, and that should be all for Jack. So let's see who the Red Sox have that I can bring in this ball game who can maybe hit a left-handed pitcher. Who can hit a lefty? Oh, it sounds like something Uncle Ron would say. So I don't want to steal his line. So let's see who they'll have. Then again, who they will have bring in. My guess is they'll probably bring in Frank Bushy because his card actually looks pretty darn good. So we'll let him come in. And that's why he's not in the lineup. Doesn't hit. Cedric Durst, a former Yankee, does not hit lefties that well. Rabbit Worcester may be a guy. Or we go to Bobby Reeves. Let's go to Bobby Reeves. He seems to have some stuff on his card, and we'll pinch hit for him here. So batting for Russell will be Reeves, and he'll be in the batting in the fifth spot in the lineup right now. So Reeves will now swing. So Reeves will swing against Pennock. 2-11 to a lefty is a ground ball to short. A side is retired. We played 5 here at Brave Field. It's 7-2 New York. So Reeves is retired. So new pitcher for Boston will be Frank Bushy. I have a feeling he's probably on this Red Sox roster, so we'll go ahead and put him on there. So Russell only can get through 5. And a lot of those runs will be earned. We'll have to figure that out when I can get the Strat PC caught up, hopefully, and I can figure it out where I can get the game to do the as play. Probably have to split up the divisions probably. So now Bushy comes in the 6th inning. Ruth, Gehrig, and Lazzeri. So Ruth to swing. 1-6. He's not a 1 column, and that is a walk. So Ruth does what he does best, is walk. That's his second long with the hit. So he's 1 for 2, 2 walks and a single, and he scored a couple runs. So here's Gehrig. Gehrig has struggled 0 for 1 with a walk and a sac fly. That could get off his struggling. 2-7 versus a righty. He's a 1 column, struck him out. Gehrig continues to kind of wander a little bit. He has an injury on his car that kind of tells you that he may not be his Iron Horse self. Here's Lazzeri. 6-5 to Lazzeri, and that's a ground ball to second. I said that car looks pretty good. Nice play by Regan, and there's 2 outs. And he could go to distance, too. Now here's the left-handed hitter, Dusty Cook. Dusty Cook on a day has grounded out, singled, and scored, has an RBI, and a fly ball to right field. That's going to be a 4-7 to a righty. Oh, that's a double to right field. Now he hit that 4 column, and all of a sudden things look different. Ruth will score from second. RBI double for Dusty Cook. And the Yankees add another one. Second run batted in. And now the Yankees have taken a comfortable, you can say. That is another run. 2-4, 8-2 lead. Dusty Cook. So now here's Ben Chapman. He's been the offensive surprise today. 2 for 3, 3 RBIs, including that 3-run homer. Here's the pitch. 6-10 to a righty. He's a ground ball to third. Third baseman for the Red Sox is Otto Miller. He is a 426. That's a 10. That's a 16 on a 26. We're going to have to take a break. 26 and let's see. 16. No, 16. That is not an error. Side is retired. So Chapman is out, but the Yankees do add another one. They keep adding on. It is now 8-2 Yanks. We go to the bottom of the sixth inning. I'm expecting this one not to get as well rated as I've done so far lately. I've had a lot of people coming in chats, but this one is starting at almost 2 a.m. Eastern time, midnight my time. I'm probably going to be, hopefully I can get a lot of people coming in and watching this afterwards. If you do, please subscribe to the game as we're playing this pretty fast tonight. It's 8-2, bottom of the sixth inning. Red Sox will now send up the top of the order, and that will once again be, you know what? Let's just go ahead and pinch hit for Jack Rothrock. He's on my table right now. We'll go ahead and swing for him here in the sixth inning. That way I can keep him on my game because he hits lefties at least a little bit. Struck him out, not there. So Rothrock is up and strikes out. He was more a dead hitter against right-handed pitching. Here's Otto Miller. So Herb Pennock doing a good job so far. Here's a 4-4 to a righty. That's a fly ball center field. That is going to be Koenig. He's a 3, a 14. We'll get to an 8. There's no error. Makes the catch. 2 out. See how easy that is? I can then do that a lot easier than trying to thumb through the cards and have an error on every play. Here is Tom Oliver with 2 outs. 2 outs. 3-7 to a lefty. He's a ground ball to short. Red Sox can't get anything going against Herb Pennock tonight. They got 2 hits in this ball game, and that's been it. We played 6. Yankees lead comfortably 8-2. So now we go to the 7th inning. Bill Dickey will be up. He'll be followed by Pennock and then Combs. So here's Dickey, another Hall of Famer on this team. 211. He would be gone most years, but this year it's a line out second base. He's hit that twice. In this advanced year, you don't find a lot of stuff in the deep two, a lot of deep twos. So here is the pitcher, Pennock. He'll swing again. 6-7 versus righties. A line drive to the third baseman. There's 2 outs. And that's a quick 7th inning. We're just buzzing by here as they're trying to get the game in before the lights go out on us. Here's Earl Combs. This is the way you like it in 1930s baseball. Nice hour-and-a-half baseball game. Combs will bat. 2-2 versus a righty is a line drive to second base. And Combs is retired. So that's it. 7th inning stretch, Hotel California. Please get your drinks as we are closing up the shop soon here in Utah. It is 8-2 favor of New York. So the Yankees with a 6-run lead as Herb Pennock goes out to the bottom of the 7th inning, only giving up 2 hits so far as he's been masterful since giving up those hits in the 2nd inning. So now here is Russ Scarlett, left on left. Pennock really dealing. 2-8 to a lefty is a single for Russ Scarlett, his first hit of the ball game. So now remember, with these years and the errors and everything else, no lead is safe. Bill Regan, the batter, right-handed hitter. Let's see if Regan can get a big hit here. Regan will swing 6-6 to a righty, and that's a single to right field. So Herb Pennock is now giving up some hits. So now the Yankees have to consider, but he is a 9. He's not going to fatigue unless he gives up the 5 runs in the inning. 2 on, nobody out, and here's Bill Sweeney. See if the Red Sox can keep things going here. 2 on for Sweeney. Sweeney has singled and scored. He's 1 for 2. Pennock looks in, and the pitch. 4-6 to a righty is a fly ball left field. There's the first out. Ruth makes the catch, and he gets him. So here is Bill Narliski. Narliski in the ball game is 1 for 2. 3 hits, I believe, in game 1 of this doubleheader. So he's been the offensive power for Boston so far. Right-handed hitter. 1-5 to a lefty. That's a double play ball. 6-4-3, and that's it. Double play. So the Yankees let 2 hits go by the boards, but don't score. We go to the eighth. It is still 8-2 New York. So 8-2 New York, Hotel California baseball. Second game, a late game here, as the Yankees finish off the doubleheader. So now in the eighth, it will be Koenig, Ruth, and Gehrig against Mark Bushy, who came in the game. Well, I figured it would be a good pitcher. Card doesn't look bad for this era. 5-10 for the lefties, a catch X. That's a 13. A 15. A 15 on Mr. Berry's a 5. I don't think that's an error, but let's check it out. So 15 on a 5 is not an error. It makes the play one away. So let's see. That's a 13. I'll probably still be a pop up. So Koenig will pop up there, one away. Here is Ruth, the Bambino, the bat in the eighth inning. Ruth today has reached on an error, singled and scored, walked and scored. Ruth has scored 3 runs today, reached on an error, singled and walked again. So he's been on base a few times. Let's see if he can get something. 6-5 to Bushy from the left-hand side, the fly ball center field. Catch will be made there by Tom Oliver, and that's 2 outs. So Ruth is retired. He's not on base for a first time, and here's Lou Gehrig. You can tell Lou is just not himself. From spring training, I guess he just didn't come up strong today. He's 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. 3 column for Gehrig and a 3-6 versus righties, a single, 2 stars. So Gehrig is on, hard hit. So that's a big hit for him. That's 1 for 3 for Lou. And now here's Tony Push him up Lazzari, second baseman. Lazzari so far in the ball game is 1 for 4. These Yankee stats are not going to be good through 3 games. I know that. Here's the pitch. 2-8 for Lazzari versus a righty is a ground ball to short. Easy enough play. Throws them out. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Hotel California. It's almost closing time. It's 8-2 New York. So bottom of the 8th inning. We'll see if this game gets. We'll see if my game gets thumped by YouTube with the music, as I did the instrumental earlier. We'll see if it. I'm not trying to monetize, not even that point in my life yet. But if it does, I know probably not to do that as much. So we'll go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It'll now be Berry, probably a pinch hitter, but geez, the way he's pitching, I hate to get him out of there. And then Rothrock. Here's Berry, 2-run triple in this game. 4-7 versus a righties, a pop up the first, and that's the first out. And yeah, they will probably have to go to a new pitcher. So Bobby Reeves have already pinched hit for the Sox. We'll see if they have somebody else they can go with. We'll probably go to Hal Rhyne, Rhyne. So Hal Rhyne will come in, put him in your scorebooks as you got when you entered the building today. You know, it's very healthy to keep score. And also your that's when your dad can show you how to keep score. So we go to the 8th inning, 1 away for Hal. He's a right-handed hitter against Herb Pennock. Against the lefty hurler, Herb Pennock. 1-5 is a ground ball to third, I believe. It is. Nice play by the Yankee third baseman Chapman. 2 outs. And boy, the Red Sox are running out of outs. So now here is Jack Rothrock. He'll bat here. He came in and batted for Bill Barrett. Since Barrett doesn't hit at all versus the lefty Pennock, kind of bringing somebody in who maybe stood a chance. Let's see if he gets something. It's going to be a 3-5 for Rothrock, and that is going to be a fly ball center field. That's it. Red Sox don't score in the 8th. We head to the 9th. The Yankees lead us by a score of 8-2. So now it will be a new pitcher for the Sox. So what a job for Bushy. He will go 3 solid innings, basically gave up nothing. But now you're going to bring in a pitcher who I'm really going to be scared of and see what he does. Why don't we bring in again Ed Bull Durham here, make sure he's not going to come in. So pitching for the Red Sox in the next game will be Danny McFadden, then Red Ruffing. So he will not be pitching the next couple games. So Ed Durham will come in again and pitch for the Red Sox. He pitched, I believe, in the first game of this series. But that's okay. This is the 1930s. They can come and pitch back to back. Here's Cook. He'll bat against 1-6, and that should be a strikeout versus a righty, and it is. So Cook strikes out against Ed Durham. So 1 away there. So Durham comes in. Now here's Ben Chapman. He's homered, doubled, and scored twice, grounded out, has 3 runs batted in. He's had a good offensive day. 3-3 for Chapman, and that will be a ground ball to short. Easy throw, gets him out. So Narliski with the play, and there's 2 outs. So 2 outs, and now here's Bill Dickey as we're playing right through here. Still got enough sunlight here. Here's the pitch. 1-11 for Dickey versus the righties. Ground ball to first, takes it himself, and the Yankees are quietly in the ninth. Let's go to the bottom ninth inning. Herb Pennock goes for a complete game. It is 8-2 Yanks, bottom of the ninth inning. Yanks look for their first win of the year. So now it will be Otto Miller. He'll be followed by Tom Oliver and Russ Scarlett here in the ninth. Let's see if Pennock can finish things here. Here's Miller. 6-5 to a righty, and let's keep him down. Triple 1-14. That is a 6. That's a triple. Ooh, for Otto Miller. So a Miller triple, and just like that, 1 hit toward the fatigue. So Herb Pennock gives a triple, the second of the game. So now here is Tom Oliver. Yankees will play the infield back. They got a 6-run lead. They'll more than welcome the run just to get some outs here. 4-7 versus a righty is a pop up to first. Pennock says, I don't want to give up the win. Oliver gets him out. There's 1 away. So now here is Russ Scarlett, left on left. We'll see does he have enough against lefties? Kind of. Let's see what he does here. Here's Scarlett. 1-7, struck him out. Would have been a base hit versus a righty, but he struck him out. So that's it. 2 outs there. And now here's Bill Regan. Last call, as the public address announcer in the loudspeaker calls people in case they want anything. Bill Regan on the last at bat. 5-2 versus a righty. That's a pop up to short. Koenig is there, makes the catch, and the Yankees have their first win of the year. And they do it kind of easily, winning this one by the score of 8-2. The most valuable player could be Ben Chapman, but he's a little bastard. So we'll go ahead and give the MVP to Herb Pennock. He goes 9 innings, and he only gave up the 2 hits in the second inning. Then after he gave 3 hits, he gave up the triple to Berry. Then he retired 7, 9, 10, 13 in a row before giving up hits to Scarlett and Regan. So he gave up 6 hits. So 2 runs on 6 hits. The Yankees, on the other hand, let's check out their final results here. Again, they had some stuff on the air early on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And they got a lot of base runners with walks. Also, 13 hits, 8 runs on 13 hits. But we'll go ahead and give the MVP, player of the game, to Herb Pennock. He gets the win for the Yanks. And the Yanks will now go to 1-2 with probably the signing game, hopefully, tomorrow, which will be a Sunday. So not sure when I'll be back. If not tomorrow, probably will have to be late. If not, probably again on Monday. Having fun with this. But the Yankees win this by a score of 8-2. We're going to close the door on Hotel California as the Yankees win this 8-2, and they'll go 1-2 on the 1930 campaign. Have a good night, everybody. And once again, thank you for subscribing, and thank you for liking the videos. And have a great night, everybody. Dun, 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 dun.